Good evening, Carolina from Sade Adventures here, hopping on just to go through the itinerary with you, make sure all your questions are answered, go through the logistics. It just makes a lot more sense if we do it together like this. So let me share my screen. Please follow along, jot down any questions, and we can tweak this trip until it is perfect and fits everybody's needs. So the trip is for Ecuador's Quito and the Galapagos. And after discussion, we realized May 2025 is what works for your group. Wonderful. It's one of my favorite months in South America, so we can do something really beautiful here. So here is the itinerary for 2025. And we will start in Quito. So May 17th, you would arrive to the Quito airport. My team will be waiting for you there. Big State Adventure sign with your names on it, and a private luxury car will take you to your hotel. The Plaza Grande is just one hotel that I use in Quito. There are a number of beautiful old properties right in the main square, really great architecture, and you wake up and you know you're in Quito. So Plaza Grande, 5 royal suites available here. We're going to put them on hold while we kind of tweak, make sure everything works for you. So let me know your feedback on that. Now, as you wake up the next day, the same team that would have picked you up from the airport will be your team while you're in Quito. So they'll get to know you, your likes, your dislikes, what you have seen already, and that way nothing is repeated. They will come pick you up and take you on a tour of Quito. The way we will do Quito, and there's many different ways to do it depending on your likes and dislikes, but what I like to do is show you kind of the highlights, which is a beautiful city. It's surrounded by volcanoes. You're going to go to all the overlooks and peaks to make sure you get some beautiful photography, but then we will do something interesting. After lunch in a beautiful location, we will go to the Guayasamín Museum, which is a wonderful local artist, very famous in Ecuador. His mansion is now the museum, and what we do there is we bring chocolate experts into the museum, set up a private table, and you do tasting right amongst the art of Guayasamín. It's a beautiful experience. I've just done it with my husband recently, so I suggest you enjoy this with your group. Now, if you are more of an outdoors person, then we can go to the equator line. We can go hiking. We can do some other things. These are just my ideas, and I'm looking forward to your feedback. And now day 3, May 19th, the team will pick you up after breakfast. And here I'm going to point out the BLD. That stands for the meals that are already included in your trip. So I don't like to include all your meals, because if you're in a city surrounded by beautiful restaurants, then you have options to do it on your own, go out, maybe have room service, whatever it is that you like to do in the evening. Maybe you'll be tired. You are going to be in a bit of a high altitude here, so everything takes a little bit longer to get used to. Now, if you're in the middle of nowhere, like in the Galapagos, for example, then all your meals are included. But I will touch on that as we go through the itinerary. So the next day, now that we've been in altitude for a whole day, we're going to go to Cotopaxi National Park. This is the largest volcano. It's active. It's really beautiful. It's surrounded by markets and indigenous communities and haciendas, which are local ranches. And so there's another volcano that's much bigger, but it's more south of Quito and not as exciting to visit. This one is the largest one with a proper park. So I didn't want to give you the wrong information. It is quite a beautiful park. So what we would do here is spend a day at the ranch, go horse riding if you like to do that, hike to the colorful lagoons, go on the lava rock, really enjoy being on this volcano park, but also get to see what the local culture is. This is kind of like your glimpse into the Andes. You'll have a traditional Ecuadorian lunch. So it's a beautiful, beautiful place, completely different than Quito, and a really nice kind of day outside of the city. So I really wanted for you to get a glimpse into Ecuador's mainland before we head off to the islands. So day 4, we're going to go to the airport. Everything is included for you, your entry tickets, your ID cards, a Galapagos assistant that will be at the airport that will take you through all the stages. There's about 6 steps to do in the airport before you are able to fly to the Galapagos. This is a highly protected area, so there's a lot of rules, but we will take care of everything for you. And once you arrive, my team from the Infinity Cruise will be waiting for you. We'll sweep you out of the airport, take you to the port, and you will begin your 7-night cruise. So now let me tell you a little bit about the boat that I chose for you, and that is the Infinity Yacht. I have 5 balcony staterooms on hold for you. Why I chose this boat is because it is one of our newer boats. It is built specifically for the Galapagos, so it's stable, it's fast, it cuts through those waves faster, so you're spending a lot less time traveling and more time on the islands. I will go to the map shortly, but another reason why I love the Infinity is that it has balcony cabins and some of the largest, most spacious cabins in the Galapagos. And when you're on there for 7 days, it makes a huge difference to have space, to have a TV, to be able to, connect to the internet. This is another thing that they have done. And I know that sounds crazy. You're going on vacation and you want to disconnect, but I travel a lot myself, and it's always nice to be able to check my emails, make sure I can connect home if I need to. So it's there if you need it. You don't have to log on if you don't want to. So it's always nice. The Infinity is really a luxury boat. It has been one of our busiest boats this year. Having a balcony in the Galapagos, I think, makes all the difference. There are only a handful of boats that have balconies, because 10 years ago, everybody that was going to the Galapagos were going on these scientific boats. They were not made for tourists. They were not really beautiful or luxurious. And finally, actually, this company, the company that owns some of these boats, were like pioneers in bringing balcony and luxury to the Galapagos. So anyway, quite a beautiful boat. It has 10 cabins, 20 people maximum, of course, with the crew, with the multiple guides. That is another reason why I love the Infinity, is because in the Galapagos, you will find that every boat offers groups of 16. So for every guide, you will have 16 people walking with him to the sites. Because this boat has 10 cabins, 20 people, they automatically have to have 2 guides. Therefore, the groups are maximum 10. And it's wonderful because when you're on the islands, there are only 10 people traveling with you. So there's more wildlife interaction, less groups. It's a really great thing that they do here, and very spacious, lovely amenities, lovely gourmet chef on board, indoor, outdoor dining, of course, a little hot tub for you to relax with drinks, in the afternoon. And this is the map that I wanted to show you. And the reason that you are able to cover so many islands and so much of the Galapagos, pretty much all of the central, east, and west islands, is because of that boat being much faster, and it's cutting through the water faster and going from A to B faster. Now, if you go through the itinerary, and it is 7 days of excursions, of getting off the islands, you will notice that sometimes you're getting off the boat even 3 times. Again, that's because the Infinity is a new boat and it has the time to allow 3 visits. So you will have wet landings, dry landings. You will go to white sand beaches, red sand beaches. You will have all of these wildlife colonies. You will visit them by boat, which are called pengas. The Infinity has multiple pengas. They have kayaks. They have stand-up paddle boards. You will be in the water every day. So you can snorkel, you can dive, you can be on the sand enjoying it. It's a lot of activity if you want. And then, of course, nothing is mandatory. You can stay back on the boat and relax. You can relax on the beach while others are hiking. So it's quite a flexible itinerary. And the Infinity has a large crew on board, and that allows them to split up the group. And if some people want to go hiking, like this is Bartholomew. So while we're on this island, some people will be on the catwalk, some people will be on the beach, some people will be snorkeling here on the cove. There are penguins here. So there's lots of opportunities for different kinds of adventures. I love that about these newer itineraries and newer boats that are really thinking about the needs of the clients. Everybody's different. Everybody's looking for something unique in their experience. And the guides are usually photographer buffs. They're amazing. They have, the knowledge they have about the wildlife is really incredible. They keep it really light and interesting. So please let me know what your interests are, what it is that you're coming to the Galapagos for. Is it wildlife? Is it adventure? Is it luxury? Do you want to relax? Let me know so we can tweak things along the way, make sure you are comfortable. And all of this you are doing while on this beautiful brand new luxury Infinity boat. So day 11, after all of those adventures, you will come back to the mainland. So we'll fly you back to Quito, and then you can take your flight home. Now, for those who are interested in combining your trip to Peru, which is just a skip and a hop away, let's continue to show you what Peru would look like in a comfortable manner. Sometimes you will see these little 4-day add-ons to Machu Picchu, and I don't recommend it. You want to make sure that you are acclimating, that you are taking the time to see the highlights and not just rushing to the ruins and rushing out, because you will be exhausted. So this is how I planned it. Let me know your thoughts. May 27th, instead of flying home from Quito, we will do a nonstop flight to Lima. Now we're on the coast. Now we can relax. No high altitude, no scheduled crazy itinerary for you. You can rest. It's a beautiful hotel. I was just there in February. Brand new hotel in Miraflores, right next to the ocean, right next to Larcomar, which is a big walkway that you can enjoy. And so the next day we'll show you a little bit of Lima. And the way we do the Lima tour is a tasting walking touring adventure. So you will see the highlights, you will see the main square and some of the architectural beautiful things and parks and overlooks, but we will also have snacks at the ruins. We'll do a pisco sour lesson. We'll go to the market and taste some things along the way. So you'll have a nice little be like a Lima citizen kind of day. I love the way Lima is, because Lima is a hub for food. So it just makes sense to eat our way through the city while we're there for a short period of time. And then on day 13, we're ready to go to the Inca Citadel. We're ready to go to that triangle of the Incas, which is Cusco, Sacred Valley, Machu Picchu. You will take the 55-minute flight to Cusco. We will pick you up and we will take you right to the Sacred Valley. Why? Why are we landing in Cusco, not staying there? Is because Sacred Valley is 2,000 feet lower. So it will help you acclimate. Everybody will feel better. And it is a beautiful place filled with indigenous communities and beautiful sites like these salt farms that were still there from the Incan times. And now you will see local ladies still working the salt. We will have a farm-to-table lunch here at the Iskay Maras and rest at the Urubamba Hacienda in Catera. This is a great hotel. Inca Terra is a Peruvian chain. They have about 5 hotels throughout the country, and they are all about bringing the outside in, bringing the local community colors and woodworks in. So it's a beautiful property, beautiful location. As you see, just mountains all around, 2,000 feet lower than the airport. So it really helps acclimate here. And we will have dinner because we're in the middle of the countryside. So the dinner will be included for you at the hotel. The next day, we're going to start exploring a little bit more. Again, we want you to get acclimated because now you have been in the altitude for 1 day. This is your second day. And we will hit Ollantaytambo, which is the largest complex of ruins in the Sacred Valley, and then Misminay. Misminay is a very special community. This is a community that we sponsor, so you will not see busloads of people here. You will be the only visitors that day. And what the ladies will show you and the gentlemen there are not only do a shaman blessing and show you how they live and kind of get a look into the life really high up in the Andes in Peru. They will also do a Pachamanca ceremony, which is eating a beautiful lunch that has been cooked underground. It's a traditional way that Incas did as well. Gorgeous food, delicious preparations, and it's just fascinating to see them put it all together. So you will get to do that as well. And then May 31st is our day to go to Machu Picchu. So we'll pick you up, take you on the train, take care of all your luggage. You don't have to worry about any luggage. You're just bringing an overnight bag to Machu Picchu. And when we arrive by train, you will see like 500 people get off the train and it will be just chaos. Everybody's trying to find a hotel. We don't. We send a porter out. They take your day packs, or your overnight bags. You just take your day packs with your private guide and head up to the ruins for your private tour. So you get to miss all the chaos. And then have lunch up there, have a beautiful experience with your guide. We take care of the permits, the time-stamped entry. The guide will show you all the different ways that we can enjoy the ruins, and then bring you back to the hotel in the village. So in Katera, if you might remember, we will stay there in the Sacred Valley. They have another hotel here in Machu Picchu. The reason I chose this hotel, it's a 4-star hotel, is because you will get here quite late, probably 5 or 6, and we are rising again in the morning for sunrise. So you will be here for a very short time. Go to the spa, have a nice dinner, it's all included, but you will mainly focus on getting some rest here. There are hotels here that are thousands of dollars a night. I think because we are doing such a short visit, the money is better spent somewhere else, and I'll show you where I put your money towards instead of a luxury hotel here. So the next morning at sunrise, we will get up, go up to the ruins again, and enjoy Machu Picchu in the morning. So why are we doing that? Why are we going back twice? Number one, way less people. Instead of 3,000 people, there'll be about 700 people. And the lights are beautiful. It's usually less cloudy. So photography is amazing at sunrise. And also this will give us an opportunity to do some climbs. So if you are really adventurous and love hiking, we can go up to Huayna Picchu, which is this main mountain in the photo. If you are looking for something less strenuous, then we can go to Uchuy Picchu, which is this tiny little mountain here. Still strenuous, but not as high, not as scary, no vertigo. If you are not interested in climbing any peaks, then there are other trails that we can enjoy around the ruins, and the guide will lead you to that. So we will plan all that out. We will figure out, because Huayna Picchu needs permits, Uchuy Picchu needs a different entry ticket. Don't worry about it. I will take care of all the behind the scenes logistics as we chat about what everybody likes. Then we'll have lunch. Usually we like to have lunch at Sanctuary Lodge today so that you can have a beautiful view and eat outside. And then I'll take you back to the village to take your train back to Cusco. And here is where I suggest we upgrade. Instead of the hotel, let's upgrade the train so you can have a beautiful dinner train back to Cusco. This is kind of a very traditional way to get out of Machu Picchu and a return to Cusco. There's the Hirambingam, there's another first-class train. So we have options to do this the right way. Once you arrive to Cusco, I have you spending your last 2 nights in Peru at the JW Marriott. And I usually do not like international chains, but they have done a beautiful job. They took an old convent. They stuck to the history of it. They have a beautiful gallery inside. Their indigenous ladies come in. They have a contract with the hotel. They come in, show you their weavings, their llamas. There's a local historian that will take you on tours of the convent. So they've done a really beautiful job. I think it's really well done, well located, great restaurant. You can't go wrong. So you will spend 2 nights there. We'll show you a bit of Cusco, of course. Cusco is a glorious, beautiful city. Now that you're fully acclimated, we can explore it. It's all cobblestone. We'll go to the highlights, but of course, again, we're going to put a little twist on the tour, and we will do a cocktail visit in the evening. So let me know cocktails or mocktails, or if you just want to do appetizers. We usually go to 3 different places, either restaurants or bars, just so you got to get a sense of Cusco itself. And then we end with a beautiful farewell dinner inside a museum. So when the archaeological museum closes down in Cusco, we go in there, there's a restaurant, and we have dinner there. So it's a really nice way to end. Day 18, private car to the airport. We fly you to Lima, and then you continue home from Lima, and your trip is over. Under 3 weeks, you are covering Quito and the Andes. You are covering 7 nights in the Galapagos. You are covering Lima, Sacred Valley, Machu Picchu, and Cusco. It's really a great trip without feeling like it's extremely rushed. We make sure to balance your activities, but also a place to rest, a place to, unwind because you want to make sure you do it right when you're in high altitude. So based on your party of 10 for your Galapagos portion for 2025, if you were to look at the pricing directly with the boat, it is already published at their 2025 prices, but they are honoring 2024 prices for us at $10,999 per person based on the 10 of you if you put down your deposit by next Friday. Now, if you want to add Peru, that doesn't matter if there's 4 people, there's 6 people, the price is $53.99 special for your group. Again, these are rates from 2024 honored for 2025 because 2025 rates in Peru are not published yet. So we will just go ahead and honor what we have now. That is what the trip looks like. Again, this is your trip. We can tweak it in any way. I'm so excited to hear your thoughts. Please feel free to email me or call me, or we can Zoom together with the group. That way I can tackle everyone's questions. I look forward to working together. Happy travels.